Hi everyone, Mrs. Frank here. I'm sorry I can't be with you today, but I hope you had a wonderful spring break and you're back and you're ready to go. I just wanted to go over a few things with you today for some reminders and to explain a couple of things about what you should be working on today. Of course, if you have any questions, you can always email me or make a comment on the document you're working on, and I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. Or I can talk to you when I get back. I hopefully will be back tomorrow. So you can catch me in the hall or stop by at the beginning or the end of the day. So if you take a look up here, I have the first item, which is the reflection project for your Travel Ancient India project. Many of you already have turned in checkpoint 1 and have received mostly green lights, but there were some yellows. So if you have a yellow light, please make sure that you make those corrections and you send those back in. If you have not yet submitted checkpoint 1, please make sure you do that as soon as possible so I can get that feedback to you. Once you have a green light on checkpoint 1, remember you're going to put that on your digital portfolio. So that's the link to your India presentation as well as your reflection paragraph. Then you're going to publish that digital portfolio post and submit the link as your final product on the platform. Keep in mind that's going to be due on Friday of this week. So again, if you have not finished checkpoint 1, you need to make sure you do that so I can get feedback to you and you can finish this project. The next thing I wanted to remind you was before we left on break, we started to dig into our Journaling Ancient China project, and we were looking at some geography activities. Now, second period, you have already finished everything for that, so you can kind of ignore this next part. But sixth and eighth periods, we did need to finish 2 items. The first was the video on the geography of China. To find that again, you will be going to the Journaling Ancient China project, and I'll show you how to do that in just a moment. There is a slideshow resource called Geography of China. Again, I'll show you that in a moment. You'll find the video that we started watching on that slideshow, and then you should be receiving back, if you haven't already, the fill-in notes paper that we had started filling in based on that video. So you'll want to make sure you finish that. If you have headphones, you can listen to it. You can listen to it with a partner on low volume, but make sure you do finish the fill-in notes. At the end of the Geography of China slideshow then, there is a brief exit ticket. On the back of your fill-in notes, there's an area where you can use the exit ticket to fill it in. So please make sure you do the fill-in notes and the exit ticket and then turn that into the tray when you're done. Keep in mind this is a part of checkpoint 1, so you do need to have this completed to get a green light. If you were still finishing your 3-level guide from before break, please make sure you turn that in. Most of you turned that in before you left for break, but a few of you needed to finish it. To locate that video and the exit ticket, you're going to head to your Journaling Ancient China project, and under checkpoint 1, click more resources and you'll see all of these pop up. It's this one right here, the Geography of China and 3-level guide directions. That's the slideshow you're going to be clicking on. And it looks like this, which should look familiar. If you were absent, you'll want to take a look through this a little bit. And you keep going until you get to the video here. So here's the video for the fill-in notes, and the next slide is the exit ticket. So again, make sure you complete this and then turn it in to the trays on the counter when you're done. Okay, and then the next thing I want to talk about is checkpoint 1 for the Journaling Ancient China project. I'm actually creating a second video to watch right after this one, where I'm going to talk a little more in depth about this checkpoint, just to give you some tips and to explain the directions a little more in depth. So we're going to be watching that video next. Once you are caught up with your items from before, then you can get started on this one. It's very similar to the 3-level guide that we did, so hopefully a lot of it looks kind of familiar. Again, if you have questions, feel free to leave a comment on the document, and I can get back to you, as soon as I can, hopefully within a pretty short amount of time, so I can help you keep moving on that. This checkpoint right now I have due on Monday of next week. We will have hopefully a class period depending on some testing that happens this week to discuss it. If you have questions, I might adjust that due date if we need to. Finally, the next focus area for social studies is due Tuesday on April 17th. That would be the first China focus area if you have followed the same order. So if you get through the first few items and you still have some time, I'd like you to be working towards preparing for that. There is a study guide that was posted. There are some paper copies if you need one. And we will be doing a crash course on this at some point when I get back. So if you're stuck on something on the study guide, you should be able to move past it once we do the crash course. But by all means, please make sure you are filling in that study guide and trying it out if you feel like you've got a good handle on it. For today's class, there will be no content assessments because we want to just make sure we are working as much on our projects as possible, but you can always be preparing for focus areas. And then finally, I just wanted to go over a few upcoming dates. You may be talking about some of these in your other classes, but I wanted to make sure we discuss those as well. So the next couple of weeks, we're going to be doing the air testing, and tomorrow afternoon, we're going to have a kickoff assembly to talk a little bit more about what these are and why they are so important. And then the reading test will be this week. It'll take place on Thursday and Friday, second period and third period. So you'll be going to your regular second or third period class and taking the tests at that time. The math test will then be next week, again on Thursday and Friday. Different periods, it'll be fourth period and fifth period on those days. So again, the next 2 weeks might be a little mixed up with missing a class here or there, but we will get past it. We'll figure it out. Finally, the Bowling Rewards Day, we talked about this before break. The platforms are being checked on Friday, April 20th during mentoring. To be eligible for our bowling day, you can't have any red focus areas, no overdue projects, and a maximum of 2 yellow or red checkpoints, and that again includes the ones that are submitted for feedback. So even if they are submitted, they will still count for that maximum of 2 yellow or red. And then our bowling day will be on Monday, April 23rd, so the following Monday. Final thing I want to go over is the career night at the high school is coming up on Thursday, April 12th from 7 to 9 p.m. It's a great event. They have been doing this last year or two, and there will be lots and lots of professionals from lots of different areas of business and job fields and interests. So I really encourage you to check it out, come by and see what they have to offer. The full list of who is planning on being there is on the Fairview website. So if you go to the main page, they have a link to this event. So check it out. And again, there is one more video after this where I'm going to talk more about Checkpoint 1 for the Journaling Ancient China Checkpoint 1 Geography. And work hard, get some great stuff done, and I look forward to seeing you all when I come back.